Hello everyone and welcome back to Classic Comics. The final season of The Expanse has arrived and this is my review of the first episode, Strange Dogs. This review will have some spoilers for the show up to this point, so if you haven't seen earlier seasons you may want to stop watching at this point. To recap the last season, Marco Inaros engineered a series of asteroid strikes which devastated Earth. It was discovered that Marco was working with a faction within the Martian military that wanted to establish their own government on one of the worlds beyond the ring. These Martians supplied Marco with a fleet of warships, and in return, he got the final remaining sample of the proto-molecule from Fred Johnson for the Martians. This episode begins with a young girl on the world that the renegade Martians have colonized, which is called Laconia. They chose this world because it has alien ships in orbit around it, which appear to be made with protomolecule technology, and clearly they want to use the protomolecule to activate these ships. The girl is alone in the woods and finds some creatures similar to songbirds. She feeds one of them some food, and it makes the creature sick. During this time, she also encounters another creature which looks sort of like an alien dog. We then see Avasarala and Bobby on Earth. We learn that there have been several more asteroid strikes on Earth since last season, and irreparable damage is being done to Earth's biosphere. Much of the belt has declared loyalty to Marcos and his Free Navy, and the UN military has been pinned down on Earth trying to stop the asteroid attacks. We then go to the Rocinante in the asteroid belt on a recon mission. They encounter a Free Navy ship, which they destroy. Then they discover that an asteroid has an Epstein drive attached to it. Marcos is using these drive units to launch asteroids at Earth. On Ceres, Marcos is being hailed as a hero by most of the belt. Marcos mentions that Anderson Dawes is dead, killed by Marcos, presumably. And Marcos plans for Ceres to become the capital of a new Belter nation. However, his and Naomi's son Philip seems more interested in banging waitresses than in Marco's revolution. Marcos has his forces out trying to find and kill Drummer after her betrayal last season. Her ships have an encounter with Marco's forces, and one of her ships, the DeWalt, is destroyed, partly because of a mistake made by Michio, a member of her crew. After the battle, Josep, another of the crew, says that Michio has made too many mistakes and they need to get her off the ship before she gets them all killed. Back on the Rossi, Naomi figures out that the engine on the asteroid was programmed to activate when receiving a coded message on a specific frequency. She checks the records of all the transmitter relays in the belt and finds that several signals had been sent at that frequency. Apparently, this is how Marcos is launching asteroids at Earth. She found the origin points for each transmission, and she thinks that there is some kind of spotter ship present in the belt launching the asteroids at Earth when they see openings in Earth's defenses. Back on Ceres, Philip gets drunk and then gets into a fight with a friend of his and winds up shooting and killing him. So this was a solid opening to the sixth and final season of The Expanse. The war against Marco and the Free Navy is obviously going to dominate this season. I'm not sure how the girl in the beginning is going to figure into the story. The whole Laconia storyline won't be dealt with much. This final season just isn't going to have time to deal with that, so I'm not sure why they're showing us these scenes with her at the beginning of each episode. We see that the Earth is in bad shape, and it's starting to look like there really may be no saving Earth in the long term, even if they can stop the asteroids. At this point, Earth may be just too far gone. One of the interesting things about this episode is seeing how the relationships among the crew of the Rocinante have changed since last season. The death of Alex still haunts the crew, and it seemed last season that Bull would be taking Alex's place as pilot. But instead, it looks like Holden has just assumed that job himself instead of bringing in someone else to do it. They're 6 months into their recon mission when we pick up the story, and the whole crew just seems to be tired and worn out. Naomi doesn't like hunting down Belters and killing them and tells Holden she's not sure how much longer she can keep doing this. In addition, Naomi isn't pleased that Clarissa Mao has been brought on board the ship. She thinks that Amos was out of line bringing her on board and doesn't hide it. Amos points out that she's made some big decisions herself without consulting the others, and says that Clarissa, or Peaches as he likes to call her, is doing her best and that Naomi just needs to get over it. It's good to have the Expanse back, if only for 6 episodes, but hopefully they'll be able to wrap the show up in a way that is satisfying. In any case, it's off to a good start. Let me know what you thought of this episode, and before you go, please do like this video and also sub to the channel and hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.